Finally, 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 welcome back, you beautiful apes. We finally have proof. We finally have proof that we're not all tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists. We finally have proof of what we know and what we've known this whole time was naked shorting, synthetic shares. Okay? What am I talking about? What the hell am I talking about? Guys, as some of you are aware, big boy, silverback Adam Aaron and the wrinkle brains at AMC recently released this voting system. Now, the Say Technologies and AMC collab came in clutch, people. This is what we needed. This is potentially the silver bullet that we needed to potentially kickstart this squeeze. Why? Why am I saying this? Simply put, Say Technologies, what they do is they verify everybody's shares by connecting to your broker account, right? I'm sure all of you have heard, you've had your different theories about it, concerns, privacy concerns, blah, blah, blah. We're not here to discuss that today. Bottom line is, everybody that is allowed to vote on this has to have verified shares from their broker. Okay? Basically, all that means, guys, is at the moment, of course, I'm a bit behind with the data. I'll admit, I've come in a bit late, but I'm here. Okay? At the moment, you can see we've got 47.9 thousand votes. Just over 1% of apes have voted so far for this particular question by Timothy B asks. Okay, oh no, by Timothy B, which was do you have a plan? Any sort of plans of offering dividends? Now, how this works is every time anyone votes, the number of shares increases by the number of shares that individual shareholder owns. So, for example, if I vote and I have one share, this number would increase by one share. If I vote and I have 10,000 shares, this number would increase by 10,000 shares. Now, why is this significant? How does this expose naked shorts, guys? How does this expose naked shorts? Guys, this is the first time we've been able to get proper numbers, real numbers, okay? Not imaginative figments of whatever plucked out of thin air, real hardcore numbers with shares backed behind them, okay? As we all know, there are 513 million shares outstanding, legal shares outstanding, okay? Now, this collaboration with AMC and Say Technologies is, I think this potentially could be our Porsche moment when they announce just how many shares they have, how the size of the ownership of Volkswagen, okay? I think this might be our moment here. Now, basically, there's been some good old DD, and I'm not talking about Dirty Diana. I'm talking about that sweet due diligence, okay? There's been some wrinkle brains out there that are way smarter than me that have already sort of broken this down and made some sense of it, okay? Basically, at the moment, people have used very smart statistical analysis, okay? Basically, what's happening at the moment? What the hell am I talking about? What's actually happening at the moment is a good man by the name of With D Rowleys posted some juicy DD quite recently, about 3 days ago. Now, in this DD, using Pareto principles, the 80-20 rule, right, of where sort of 80% of results are done by sort of like 20% of the work, it's something that's very common in day-to-day life, right? So in this case, what he's done is he said, okay, 20% of the shares, 20%, that 20% rule, he's applied it to the average given to us by Say Technologies. Right now, I calculated the average share per shareholder just based off this information in the vote at the moment sort of 1,167. Okay, it was probably closer to about 1.2 thousand a couple of days ago when the DD was done, which is why there's a bit of disparity in terms of the numbers at the moment. But the overall statement, the overall sort of idea stands the same. basically, what he's done is he's applied that 80-20 rule to the statistical analysis of the averages, okay? So what he's done is he's come up with a number, and that number that he came up with using that Pareto law, so with about 1.8 at the time is what he calculated, 1.8 thousand shares per shareholder being the sort of 20%, and then the 80% is about 120 held by all other sort of retail investors on average. And then using the area under this graph, calculated a potential estimate, quite, this is very, very close to as accurate as we're going to get anyway, in my opinion. But using the area underneath the graph, calculated the total number of shares out there and came up with a number of 1.48 billion shares. Now, guys, this is crazy. This is crazy for so many reasons, right? Because even if, guys, we were very conservative with our numbers, even if we were very conservative with the numbers that we gave for the legal outstanding shares, including any form of hypothecation, even if we said the hypothecation was 100 million shares, that's what, 613 million shares? That is still hundreds of millions of shares that are unexplained, guys. Hundreds of millions of shares. Illegal shares out there, unexplained. This is bullish. This is bullish news if I've ever heard bullish news, okay? Guys, this is huge. This is huge. This is huge. There are hundreds and hundreds of millions of shares out there at the moment. This proves it. Hundreds of millions of shares out there at the moment that are unaccounted for. Illegal shares. For all the major blog sites, the media that called us crazy, conspiracy theorists, guys, this is all the evidence you need to keep holding and buying more. This isn't financial advice, but this is all the evidence you need, guys. Hold on for dear life, my people. This has been your boy, the Stonk Investor, the Stonk Master. I might change my name next week as well. But guys, more importantly, this is the end times. This could potentially be that silver bullet we need to bring down the hedge funds. So please share this with a friend. Share this with a friend. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. This has been your boy, the Stonk Master, and I'm out.